This is the male clone of me. Go ahead, Tyler.
I guess, yeah. Is that maybe a chick with a never mind. So,
I don't know. I haven't checked yet.
this is basically a thing about impeachment. I said, so it begins again. The shit show. Countless hours of our government's highest institutions wasting our most valuable resource, time. I was possibly misinformed as a child to the inner workings of our government. And when Bill Clinton was impeached, I was disheartened to learn that it had absolutely nothing to do with peaches. I thought maybe everyone was going to throw peaches at him like some kind of biblical parody for his sins against the office he swore to uphold.
I thought the same thing. Oh
I've
my
heard
god.
of a large number of patriotic people that are armed to the teeth, just waiting for the word to start a revolution, ready to enact that Second Amendment right that our forefathers had the forethought to leave in place in the event that our government ever found itself on that bullshit again. But the lines are so vague, the problems our country and political system is facing are so big and convoluted, they're not sure anyone can honestly say which direction to point their fully automatic assault rifles. Wow, let's take a deep breath. I need some water or a beer or something.
You should stop smoking that shit.
No, I stop smoking. Fuck! I can't though. So anyway, no, I like their passion. I believe that the spirit we could use to effect some positive change, but in possibly a less violent way. We should all look to Iceland for a precedent. In 2009, they faced a financial crisis while their government sold their interests to foreign powers and literally took to the streets with pots and pans. It wouldn't stop until the people responsible were no longer responsible for their country's governance. Then it had to repeat this process again in 2011 when the next people that took over started to be on that same bullshit. Now, mind you, Iceland is a small country and most everyone is somehow related to everyone else, so I imagine everyone is probably mutual friends with everyone in the country on Facebook. So Bubba's coup d'etat in this day and age is possible, and there is a precedent. But in America, it's probably a pipe dream to ever see that kind of unity. Too many lines have been drawn, too much disinformation has been disseminated by an increasingly fear-driven news media that's out of touch with reality, and social media propaganda rolls by my feet daily with such a narrow viewpoint that from mostly ignorant points of view, it's no surprise we have an extremely uninformed constituency. And the people that are having sex right now mostly don't care either way. And I have to say, for the most part, I'm with them on that. At the same time, before we shred their constitution and put it back together however it fits our best interest, let's take a look historically where things were drastically taken out of context and put our country on a collision course with what some people have referred to as the end times. Like the time a banking cartel hijacked our financial system that continues to this day, or in 1886 when they twisted the 14th Amendment to give the same rights as a citizen to the corporation. And let's not forget that one time the mob got a president elected, then possibly killed. I could go on and on and on. The rule of law was always paramount to our founding fathers. And the only thing they held higher was the rule of God. And they put their trust in him to interpret the sacred document and work through the hard problems our country has faced. And I don't see the happening today. Democracy has become an argument that is accomplishing nothing. Let's argue about the best way to fix the potholes on I-80. Let's argue about how to update our power grid and aging infrastructure. Let's argue about how to implement new technologies and build projects of such a vast scope that 100,000 years from now, aliens will uncover the remnants of our civilization and say, "Damn, they
already did. 50,000 years ahead of us."
I would look to the programs of Alcoholics Anonymous and the Hells Angels for the two finest forms of democracy our country has ever created, for two completely different reasons. The former because no one has ever wanted to get that sort of position in AA. They were nominated against themselves, had to leave the room, and probably thought to themselves, "Fuck, I don't want to do this." But then everyone voted them in, and because they were qualified, they did a good job.
And they were sober at the moment.
Someone else would vote for them, and another sucker. The later, because you don't become president of an organization like that unless you are one solid badass motherfucker that has displayed leadership qualities and are followed with loyalty and brotherhood, I think our forefathers would have been proud of. Meanwhile, our most current administration has labeled them a terrorist organization, which I'm sure most of Trump supporters will be also days that they did. Anyway, I'm still a little bit disappointed there were no peaches involved in this impeachment, and I'm sad to say that it's no surprise that our country has been on and will continue to be on some serious bullshit.
Oh no, I'm fixing that. Trust and believe, I'm fixing that.
We got a free dresser 6.6 miles away. That was my Cadillac.
So that is my male clone, you guys. He speaks in the male version of me, writes like me too. Thanks, Tyler.